What's going on? Well, you might have seen this one. Rocket just hired Katie Sweeney as an executive vice president of mortgage brokers. Now, I wonder how that makes United Wholesale Mortgage loyalists feel. To be honest with you, I have a lot of wonders on this one, and I'm not going to share them. But here's the deal, and this is my opinion. It sure seems to me like AIM that Katie Sweeney was a huge part of over the years has been little more than a marketing wing of United Wholesale Mortgage, which would make perfect sense for Rocket to hire her. If you think I'm wrong, just ask Tuan Young. He's the CEO of the Loan Factory. He was actually marketed as being a speaker at one of their events, then he was uninvited to attend. Guess what lender he was not willing to work with and where that whole thing came from? I don't know, but I wonder. Anyways, Katie Sweeney, congratulations on the move. President Trump, did you hear this? Just froze 100 HUD programs and then denied doing it. That's what's being alleged. To this point and how it could affect you today is what I want to talk about. Well, I think the Mortgage Bankers Association CEO Bob Broeksmit, he said it best. Quote, "The administration must clarify that the memo does not suspend payment for single-family and multifamily loan insurance or guarantee programs at those agencies. Americans are going to the closing table today and deserve to know that their loan will close on their purchase. Without this clear assurance that the federal government will insure new loans or pay claims under these programs, there will be severe harm to borrowers and disrupt the mortgage market. Period." You know what Elon Musk and Trump are doing right now? I want to start taking bets on if the CFPB as an agency is even going to exist 4 years from now. I mean, they are knocking everything over. I don't know, but I can all but guarantee you that once Trump's administration gets around to it, you're going to see a freeze on actions taken against mortgage companies by the CFPB, not all the other regulatory agencies that have jurisdiction over mortgages. That, by the way, I think is kind of the problem why they're knocking all these agencies over right now. There's just too much redundancy in government. In the mortgage market right now, your state's attorney general, the attorney general, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, HUD, the FHFA, the OCC, the FDIC, the Treasury, not to mention ridiculous lawsuits brought by the public, and the Department of Justice all have jurisdiction over you. I'm sure I'm missing some of them, but you get the point. It's kind of like having 7 abusive parents. How in the hell do you expect that kid to turn out? Well, that's where we're at, so knock more over. So maybe shutting down one of these agencies, I guess, as it pertains to the bigger picture of the mortgage market, maybe it's a good start. Did you know that the FHA released a statement confirming that its single-family Title I and Title II mortgage insurance programs remain operational in spite of what Trump's doing and are not subject to the pause in federal grants and loans outlined by the OMB's memo to federal agencies today. The VA, by the way, also released a statement saying all's well and operations are going to continue over there uninterrupted on all your VA loans. And finally, the Fed is meeting for the first time since the Trump term started. Trump has already decreed that rates are going to come down. And how's he going to do that? Well, the only way for that to happen is through the Fed, I would guess. Trump was the one who actually appointed Chairman Powell over at the FDIC, but has had a contentious relationship with him. And the last time around, once again referring to him as being stupid. Anyways, this meeting is probably going to have the secrecy of Bletchley Park. But man, wouldn't you love to be a fly on the wall in that meeting? So what can we expect from the Fed this meeting? I mean, rates, right? Anyways, it goes something like this. The Fed is gathering this week for the first time in the second term of Donald Trump, who has already signaled that he wants lower interest rate. Market pricing is pointing to a near 100% certainty that the rate-setting Federal Open Market Committee will keep the central bank's policies rate in a target range of 4.25 to 4.5. So you can expect nothing. And we know this because the Dallas Fed President Robert Kaplan told CNBC that, quote, "It's the right call to stay steady." Evidently, he doesn't have a kid right now trying to buy a house without mom and dad's deep pockets. Trump may not get his way right now, but you gotta say one thing about him, he certainly is persistent. I think in the future months, it's gonna look something like this with the Fed. I mean, eventually that kid has to get up, and so will the Fed and lower rates. At least we hope. And I hope this helps. Have a great day. Hey, we got a lot going on in the mortgage market today, but before we get started, I want to remind you to check out Oaktree. Their products are great, their pricing is great, and they do nothing but non-QM. They can make exceptions to get your deals done. Fill out the information down below.